This play is called Our Town. It was written by Thornton Wilder, produced and directed by Rebecca Snape and Thomas Gorman. In it, you will see Miss Collar, Mr. Marlowe Smith, Miss Stevenson, Mr. Barwick, Miss James, Mr. O'Brien, and many others. The name of our town is Grover's Corners, New Hampshire, just across the Massachusetts line. Latitude, 42 degrees 40 minutes, longitude, 70 degrees 37 minutes. This first act is a day in our town. The day is 7th of May, 1901. The time, just before dawn. The sky's just beginning to show some streaks of light over in the east, just behind our mountain. The morning star always shines wonderful bright the minute before it has to go, doesn't it? Well, I'd better show you how our town lies. Up here, we have Main Street. And way back there is the railway station. Tracks go that way. Polish Town is across the tracks and some Canuck families. Over there is our Congregational Church. Across the streets, Presbyterian. Methodists and Unitarians are over there. Baptist is down in the hollow by the river. And Catholic Church is over beyond the tracks. Over here, we have our town hall and post office combined. Jail is in the basement. William Jennings Bryan once made a speech from those very steps. Over here is a row of stores, hitching posts and horse blocks in front of them. First automobile is going to be coming by here in about 5 years' time, belonging to banker Cartwright. He's our richest citizen, owns the big white house up on the hill there. Over there is our grocery store and Mr. Morgan's drugstore. Most everybody in town manages to look into those two stores at least once a day. Over yonder is public school, and farther still, high school. 8:45 mornings, noon times, and 3 o'clock afternoons, the whole town can hear the yelling and the screaming from those schoolyards. This is our doctor's house, Doc Gibbs. This is the back door. There is some scenery for those who think they have to have scenery. This is Mrs. Gibbs' garden. Corn, peas, beans, hollyhock, heliotrope, and a lot of burdock. In those days, our town newspaper came out twice a week, the Grover's Corners Sentinel. And this is Editor Webb's house. This is Mrs. Webb's garden, exactly the same as Mrs. Gibbs, only with sunflowers too. And right here is a big butternut tree. Nice town. Know what I mean? Nobody very remarkable ever came out of it, so far as we know. The earliest tombstones in the cemetery up on the mountain say 1670, 1680. They're all Grovers and Cartwrights and Gibbses and Hearses. Same names as are around here now. So, like I say, it's about dawn. The only lights on in town are over in a cottage by the tracks, where a Polish mother has just given birth to twins. And at the Joe Crawl house, where Joe Jr. is getting up so as to deliver the morning paper. And at the depot, where Shoddy Hawkins is about to flag the 5:45 for Boston. Naturally, out in the countryside, there have been lights on for quite some time, what with the milkings and so on. But town people sleep late. So, another day has begun. There's Doc Gibbs, coming down Main Street, coming back from that baby case. And here's Mrs. Gibbs, coming downstairs to get breakfast. Doc Gibbs died in 1930. The new hospital's named after him. Mrs. Gibbs died first, though. A long time ago, in fact. She went out to visit her daughter Rebecca, who married an insurance man in Canton, Ohio. Died there. Pneumonia. But her body was brought back here. She's up in the cemetery now, in with a whole mess of Gibbses and Herseys. She was Julia Hersey before she married Doc Gibbs in the Congregational Church over there. In our town, we like to know the facts about everybody. There's Mrs. Webb coming downstairs to get breakfast. That is Doc Gibbs. Got that call at 1:30 this morning. And there's Joe Crawl, delivering Mr. Webb's Sentinel.
Good morning, Doc Gibbs.
Morning, Joe.
Somebody being sick, Doc?
No, just pair of twins born over in Polish town.
Do you want your paper now?
Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, anything serious been going on in the world since Wednesday?
Yes, sir. My school teacher, Miss Foster's, getting married to a fellow over in Concord.
Well, I declare. How do you boys feel about it?
Well, of course, it's none of my business, but I think once you start out a teacher, you ought to stay one.
How's your knee, Joe?
Oh, it's fine, Doc. Try not to think about it too much. Like you said, tells me when it's gonna rain.
What's telling you today? Gonna rain?
No, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Me ever made a mistake?
No, sir.
Want to tell you something about that boy, Joe Crawl. Joe is awful bright. Graduated top of his class here at our high school. Got himself a scholarship to Massachusetts Tech. Graduated top of his class there as well. It was all wrote up in the Boston papers at the time. Joe was going to be a great engineer. But the war broke out. And he died in France. All that education for nothing.
Giddy up, Bessie. What's the matter with you?
And here comes Howie Newsom, delivering the milk.
Morning, Doc.
Morning, Howie. Somebody sick? Pair of twins born over from Mr. Lasky's.
Twins, eh? This town keeps getting bigger every year.
Gonna rain, Howie?
No. Fine day. That'll burn for him. Come on, Bessie.
Hello, Bessie. Hey, how old is she now?
Going on 17. Bessie's all mixed up about the route ever since the Lockhart stopped taking imported milk. She wants to leave McCoy just the same. Keeps holding me up the whole trip.
Morning, Howie.
Morning, Mrs. Gibbs. Doctor's coming down the street.
Is it? It seems like you're late today.
Yes, something went wrong with the separator. Don't know what it was. Doc, Howie.
Children, it's time to get up.
Come on, Bessie.
George, Rebecca. Everything all right, Frank?
Yes, I declare. Easy as kittens.
They can be ready in a minute. Sit down and drink coffee. You can catch a couple hours sleep this morning, can't you?
So Wentworth's coming at 11. I guess you know what that's about, too. Her stomach ain't what it ought to be.
Well, I told you won't get more than 3 hours sleep. Frank, dearest, I don't know why it's going to come of you. Wish you let me take you away someplace on a real trip. I think it'd do you good.
Emily, time to get up! Wally, it's 7 o'clock!
I declare you have to speak to George. I do not know what has come over him. I can't get him to do anything for me. Can't even get him to cut me some wood.
Is he sassy to you?
No, he just whines all the time. All he thinks about is that baseball. George, you better be late for school. George!
George, look sharp.
Yes, Bob?
Don't you hear your mother calling you? I'm gonna go upstairs.
Wally, Emily, you'll be late for school! Wally, you wash yourself good or I'll come up there and do it myself!
Ma, what dress shall I wear? Don't make a sound. Your father's been out all night and he needs his rest. I've washed and ironed your blue gingham for you, special. Ma, I hate that dress.
We've got a factory in our town, too. Mary makes blankets. Cartwrights own it. And it brought them a fortune.
Children, now I won't have this. Breakfast is as good as any other meal. I won't have you gobbling it down like wolves. It'll stunt your growth, and that's a fact. Wally, put your book away at the table.
Oh, Ma, by 10 o'clock I gotta know all about Canada.
You know the rules as well as I do. No books at the table. As for me, I'd rather have my children healthy than bright.
I'm both, Mama. You know I am. I'm the brightest girl in school for my age. I have a wonderful memory.
Eat your breakfast.
I'm bright too, but I'm looking at my stamp collection. Well, I will talk to your father about it when it's rested, but it seems to me that 25 cents a week is more than enough for a boy your age. I declare I do not know what you spend it on.
Oh, but Ma, I got a lot of things to buy.
Strawberry Fast-Face, that's what you spend it
I
on.
don't see how Rebecca comes to have so much money. She has more than $1.
I've been saving it up for right. Well, dear, I think it's good spend some of it. Mama, do you know what I love most in all the world? Do you? Money. Eat your breakfast.
Oh, Ma, this is first.
Walk fast, but you don't have to run. Wally! Oh, pull your hands up at the knee. Emily, stand up straight.
Tell Mrs. Foster I sent her my best congratulations. Can you remember that? Yes. You look very nice, Rebecca.
Take out your thing.
Goodbye. Oh, what's wrong with you? That's all you ever do. Well, here now, you don't belong to me. Where did you come from? Oh, don't be so silly. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Good morning, Myrtle. How's your cold?
Well, I still have that tickling in the back of my throat. I told Charles I didn't know as I go to choir practice or not. Wouldn't be any use.
Have you tried singing over your voice?
Yes, but somehow I can't do that and stay on the key. While I'm resting myself, though, I thought I'd string some beans.
Let me help you. Things have been good this year.
I decided to put up 40 quarts if it kills me. The children say they hate them, but I notice they're able to keep them down all winter.
Now, Myrtle, I gotta tell you something. Because if I don't tell somebody, I'm gonna burst.
Why, Julia Gibbs.
Here, give me some of them beans. Did a second-hand furniture man come and visit you from Boston last Friday?
No.
Well, they called on me. At first, well, I thought he was there to see Dr. Gibbs. And he wormed his way into my parlor. Why? Well, he offered me $350 for grandmother up as high as I'm sitting here.
Why, Julia
It was
Gibbs!
that old thing. It was so big I didn't even know where to put it. I almost gave it to Cousin Hester Wilcox.
Well, you're going to take it, aren't you?
I don't know.
You don't know. $350? What's come over you?
Well, if I could get the doctor to take money, go away someplace on a real trip, oh, I'd take it like that. It's been the dream of my life to see Paris, France. Sounds silly, I suppose, but I always promised myself that if I ever had the chance.
How does the doctor feel about it?
What it's like. I've heard as serious ones I were out of the sun knowing. I beat around the bush a little. I said, if I was to get a legacy, that's the way I'll put it, we should go away someplace.
Hmm? And what did he say?
Said it might make him disconnected with Grover's Corner to go traipsing around Europe. Best to let well enough alone. He says we're going to see the battlefield of the Civil War every 2 years, and that's enough fun for anyone.
Well, Mr. Webb just admires the way that Dr. Gibbs knows everything about the Civil War. Why, Mr. Webb's a good mind to give up Napoleon and move over to the Civil War. Only Dr. Gibbs, being one of the greatest experts in the country, just makes him despair.
Oh yes, Doc Gibbs is never so happy as when he's traipsing around Gettysburg. Tell you, Mother, the amount of times we have walked up and down those fields, going from bush to bush like we were going to buy the place.
Well, if that second-hand man is serious about buying Julia, you sell it. Then you'll get to see Paris, all right. Just keep dropping hints from time to time. That's how I got to see the Atlantic Ocean, you know.
Oh, I don't know. I shouldn't have mentioned it, I suppose. Only, it seems to me, once in your life, before you die, you ought to see a place where you don't talk in English. Don't even want to.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. That'll do. Thank you. Now, we're going to skip forward a few hours. But first, we want to get a little more information on our town, a kind of scientific account, you might say. So I have asked Professor Willard of our state university if he could sketch in a few details of our history here. Is Professor Willard here? May I present Professor Willard of our state university. Just a few brief notes, thank you, Professor. Unfortunately, our time is limited.
Well, Grover's Corners, let me see. Grover's Corners lies on the old Pleistocene granite of the Appalachian Range. I may say, it is some of the oldest land in the world, and we're very proud of that. A shelf of Devonian basalt crosses it with vestiges of a Mesozoic shale, and some sandstone outcroppings. But that's all more recent, 200, 300 million years old. Some highly interesting fossils have been found. Oh, I may say, some highly unique fossils, 2 miles at a time outside of Stephen's cow pasture. They can be seen at the museum in our university at any time. Well, that is at any reasonable time. Oh, shall I read some of Professor Gruber's notes on the meteorological situation, meaning precipitation, etc.?
I'm afraid we won't have time for that, Professor. We may have a few words on the history of man here, though.
Ah, yes. Anthropological data. Early Amerindians, Cotahatchee tribes. No evidence before the 10th century of this era. Now entirely disappeared. Possible traces in 3 families. Migration toward the end of the 17th century of English brachycephalic livestock for the most part. Since then, some Slav, Mediterranean.
And the population, Professor.
Within town's limits, 2,640.
Just a moment, Professor.
Oh, yes. Indeed. The population at the moment is 2,642. The postal district brings in 507 more, making a total of 3,129. Mortality and birth rates constant. Back at first engagement.
Thank you very much, Professor. We're all very much obliged to you, I'm sure. Thank you once again. This way now, please. And thank you for your talk. Thank you, Professor.
Not at all, sir. Not at all.
Now, for the political and social report by Editor Webb. Oh, Mr. Webb.
He'll be out in a minute. He just cut his hand while he was eating an apple.
Thank you, Mrs. Webb.
Charles, everybody's waiting!
Mr. Webb is publisher and editor of the Grover's Corner Sentinel. That's our local paper, you know.
Well, I don't have to tell you that we're run by a board of select men. Males vote age 21, women vote indirect. We're lower middle class, sprinkling of professional men, 10% illiterate laborers. Politically, we're 85% Republican, 6% Democrat, 4% Socialist, rest indifferent. Religiously, we're 86% Protestant, 12% Catholic, rest indifferent.
Have you any comments, Mr. Webb?
Very ordinary town, if you ask me. Better behaved than most. Probably a lot better too. But our young people seem to like it. 90% of them seem to settle down to live right here, even when they've been away to college.
Now, is there anyone in the audience who would like to ask Mr. Webb anything about our town, anything at all?
Is there much drinking in Grover's Corners?
Well, ma'am, I wouldn't know what you call much, but Saturday nights when the farmhands meet down in Ellery Green of Stable in Hollowsome, we have 1 or 2 town drunks, but they're always having remorses every time an evangelist comes into town. No, ma'am, I'd say liquor is not a regular thing to have in the household here, except for in the medicine chest, right good for snake bite, you know, always was.
Is no one in the town aware of...
Come forward, will you, so we can all hear you.
Is no one in the town aware of social injustice and industrial inequality?
Oh yes, everybody is something terrible. Seems like everyone's talking about who's rich and who's poor.
And why don't you do something about it?
Well, I don't know. Seems like everyone's hung around like everyone else to find a way the diligent and sensible can rise to the top, and the lazy and quarrelsome can sink to the bottom. Meanwhile, we do all we can to help those that can't help themselves, and for those that can, we leave alone. Are there any other questions?
Mr. Webb, is there any culture or love of beauty in Grover's Corners?
No, ma'am, there isn't much. Not in the sense that you mean, anyway. Come to think about it, we have a few girls that play piano over at high school commencement, but they ain't happy about it. But, no, there is not much, but maybe this is the place to tell you that we got a lot of pleasure of kind here. We like to watch the sun rise over the mountain in the morning. We notice a good deal about the birds. We pay a lot of attention to them. We notice the change of the seasons. Yes, everyone knows about that. But those other things, no, ma'am, there isn't much. Robinson Crusoe and the Bible. Handel's Largo. Yes, everyone knows about that. Whistler's Mother. But that's just as far as it goes.
Thank you, Mr. Webb.
Thank you, Mr. Webb. Now, we're going to go back to the town. It's early afternoon. All 2,642 have had their dinners, and all the dishes have been washed. There's an early afternoon calm in the town. A buzzing and a humming from the schoolyards. Only a few buggies on Main Street. Horses dozing at the hitching posts. You all remember what it's like. Doc Gibbs is in his office, tapping people and making them say ah. Mr. Webb is over there, mowing his lawn. You know, 1 man in 10 thinks it's a privilege to push his own lawnmower. No, it's later than I thought. There are some children now coming home from school already.
I can, Lois. I gotta go home and help my mother. I promised.
Emily, what simply? Who do you think you are today?
Oh, Papa, you're terrible. One moment you tell me to stand up straight, and the next you call me names. I just don't listen to you.
Why, golly, I've never got a kiss from such a pretty young lady before.
Awfully sorry, Mrs. Forrest.
Watch where you're going, young man. No business playing baseball on Main Street.
Awfully sorry, Mrs. Forrest.
Oh,
Hello, Emily.
Hello.
You made a fine speech in class.
Well, I was really ready to talk about the Monroe Doctrine, but at the last minute, Miss Corcoran made me talk about the Louisiana Purchase instead. I worked awful hard on both of them.
Gee, Emily, it's funny. From my window up there, I can just about see your headlights when you're doing your homework up in your room.
Why, can you?
You certainly stick to it, Emily. I don't see how you can sit still that long. I guess you like school?
Oh, well, I always think it's just something you have to go through.
Yeah.
I don't mind so much anyways. It passes the time.
Yeah. Hey, Emily, what do you think? We could work out a telegraph from my window to yours, and once in a while you could give me a hint or two on one of the algebra problems. Oh, no, I don't mean the answer, of course not. Just some kind of hint.
Oh, well, I think hints are allowed. So, if you ever get stuck, George, you just whistle for me and I'll give you a hint.
Emily, you're just naturally bright, I guess.
Oh, I just think it's just the way a person's born.
Yeah. Emily, when I grow up, I want to be a farmer. And my Uncle Luke says that whenever I'm ready, I can come work on the farm with him. And if I'm any good, I can just gradually have it.
You mean with the house and everything?
Yeah. Anyway, Emily, I best get back to the baseball field. Thanks for the talk, Emily. Good afternoon, Mrs. Webb.
Good afternoon, George.
So long, Emily.
So long, George.
Emily, come help me string these beans for the winter. George Gibbs let himself have a real conversation, didn't he? Why, he's growing up. How old would he be now? I don't know. Let's see. He must be about 16.
I had to make a speech in class today, Mama, and I was very good.
You must recite it to your father at supper. What was it about?
The Louisiana Purchase, it was like silk from a spool. I'm going to make speeches all my life. Mama, are these big enough?
Try and make them a little bigger if you can, dear.
Mama, will you answer me a question, serious?
Seriously, dear. Not serious.
Seriously, will you?
Of course.
Mama, am I good looking?
Yes, of course you are. All my children have good features. I'd be ashamed of them if they hadn't.
Oh, Mama, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, am I pretty?
I've already told you yes. Now, that's enough of that. You have a nice, young, pretty face. I've never heard of such foolishness.
Mommy, you never tell us the truth about anything.
I am telling you the truth.
Mama, were you pretty?
Yes, I was. If I do say it, I was the prettiest girl in town. Next to Mammy Cartwright.
Oh, Mama, you have to say something about me. Am I pretty enough to get anybody, to get people interested in me?
Emily, you make me tired. Now, stop it. You're pretty enough for all normal purposes. Come along and bring that bowl with you.
Oh, Mama, you're no help at all.
Thank you very much. That'll do. Thank you. We'll have to interrupt again here. Thank you, Mrs. Webb. Thank you, Emily. Now, there are a few more things we want to explore about our town. I think this is a good time to tell you that the Cartwright interests have just begun building a new bank here in Grover's Corners. Had to go to Vermont for the marbles, sorry to say. And they've asked a friend of mine what they should put in the cornerstone to be dug up 1,000 years from now. Naturally, we've put in a copy of the New York Times and of Mr. Webb's Sentinel. We're kind of interested in this because some scientific fellows have found a way of painting all that reading matter with a special glue, a silicate glue, which will make it last 1,000, 2,000 years. We put in a copy of the Bible and of the Constitution of the United States and a copy of William Shakespeare's plays. What do you say, folks? What do you think? You know, Babylon once had 2 million people living in it. And all we know about them are the names of the kings and copies of wheat contracts and contracts for the sale of slaves. And yet, every night, all those families sat down to supper. And the fathers came home from work, and the smoke rose in the chimney, same as here. And even in Greece and Rome, all we know about the real lives of these people is what we can piece together from the joking poems and the comedies they wrote for the theater back then. So I'm going to have a copy of this play put in the cornerstone. And people 1,000 years from now will know a few simple facts about us. More than the Treaty of Versailles or the Lindenberg flight. See what I mean? So, people 1,000 years from now, this is the way we were. In the provinces north of New York at the beginning of the 20th century, this is the way we were. In our growing up, and in our marrying, and in our living, and in our dying. Well, a great deal of time's gone by. You can hear choir practice going on in the Congregational Church. The children are at home doing their schoolwork. The whole day's winding down like a tired clock.
Softer. Softer.
When it's loud. You leave the loudness to the Methodists. Couldn't beat them even if you wanted to. Now again, tenors.
yards? How do you mean?
In square yards?
Oh, in square yards.
Yes, George, don't you see?
Yeah?
In square yards of wallpaper.
Wallpaper. Oh, I see. Thanks, Emily.
You're welcome. The moonlight's so terrible. And choir practice going on. I think if you hold your breath, you can hear the train all the way to Coventry. Hear it?
What do you know?
Well, I suppose I'd better try and get back to work.
Good night, Emily. Thanks.
Good night, George.
Before I forget it, who's available Tuesday afternoon to sing at Fred Harris's wedding? Show your heads. That'll be fun. That'll be right nice. We'll do the same music we did for Jane Trowbridge's last month. Now we'll sing Art Thou Weary and Art Thou Languid. And it's a question, ladies and gentlemen, so make it talk. Ready?
Make yourself comfortable, George. I'll only keep you a second. George, how old are you?
I'm 16, nearly 17.
And what you want to do after school's over?
Well, you know, Pop. I want to be a farmer on Uncle Luke's farm.
You'll be willing, will you, to get up early and milk and feed the stock? And you'll be able to hoe and hay all day?
Why, sure. What are you trying to say, Pop?
Well, George, I was in my office today when I heard a funny noise. What do you think it was? It was your mother, chopping wood. There you see your mother, getting up early, cooking meals all day long, washing and ironing. And still, she has to go out back to chop wood. I guess she just got tired of that. She just gave up and decided it was easier to do it herself. And you eat her meals, and you put on the clothes she keeps nice for you, and you run off and play baseball. Like she's some hired girl we keep around the house, but we don't like very much. Well, no, all I have to do is bring her attention to it. His handkerchief's up. George, I've decided to raise your spending money 25 cents a week. Not, of course, for chopping wood for your mother, because that's a present that you give to them. Because you're getting older now. I imagine there's a lot of things you must find to do.
Thanks, Pop.
Let's see. Tomorrow you payday? You can count it. Probably Rebecca feel like she ought to have some more too. But what could happen to your mother? My practice never like this before.
But Pa, it's only 7:30.
Pa, that old choir anyway. She hasn't any more voice than an old crow that drapes around the streets of the South, man. About time you retired, don't you think?
Yes, Pa.
Good night, Martha. Good night, Mrs. Watson.
Oh, I'll tell Mr. Webb, and I know he'll want to put that in the paper.
Gladly. Good night, Irma. Wasn't that a lovely cloud practice, Mr. Webb? Would you look at that moon? Potato weather for sure.
Naturally, I wasn't going to say a word about it in front of those others, but now that we're real, it is the worst scandal that was ever in this town.
What?
Simon Stimson.
Oh, now the weather.
But you, to have the organist of a church drink and drink year after, you know he was drunk tonight.
Oh, no, about Mrs. Stimson, and so does Dr. Ferguson. If Dr. Ferguson thinks he can continue there at his job, well, then all we can do is just not to notice it.
Let's notice it. getting worse.
No, it isn't, Luella. I've been in that choir twice as long as you, and it doesn't happen anywhere near so often. My, I hate to go to bed on a night like this. I'd better hurry home. The children will be up till all hours. Good night, Luella.
You get home safe, Luella?
This is bright as day. Seems the song scam. You don't wait to dance the way the men folk have.
Well, we had a lovely time.
You're late enough.
Frank ain't any later than usual.
And you stopping off at the corner to gossip with a lot of hands.
Frank, don't be so grumpy. Come outside so I hear your trouble with the moonlight. Isn't that wonderful? What did you do all the time I was away?
Oh, I read, as usual. So what were the girls gossiping about tonight, then?
Oh, well, I can tell you, Frank, there was something to gossip about.
Simon Stimson far gone, was he?
Worst I ever seen him. How's that gonna end, Frank? Dr. Ferguson can't forgive him forever.
I guess I know more about Simon Stimson's affairs than anybody in this town. Some people ain't made for small town life. I don't know how I learned. There's nothing we can do but just leave it alone. Come, get in.
Not yet. Frank, I'm worried about you.
What are you worried about?
Well, I think it's my duty to make plans for you. And if I get that legacy, I'm going to insist on
Now,
it.
Julia, there's no sense in going over this again.
Frank, you're just unreasonable.
Come on, Julia, it's getting late. First thing you know, you catch a cold. I gave George a piece of my mind tonight. I reckon you had a wood shop for a while anyway. No, stop getting upstairs.
Oh, but it always seems like there's so much to put away. Frank, Mrs. Fairchild locks her front door at night now. All of that on that side of town.
They're getting certified. That's the trouble with them. They haven't got anything fit to work and everybody knows it.
Oh, get out, Rebecca. Get your own window. You're always spoiling everything.
Well, let me look just a minute.
Oh, use your own window.
I did, but there's no moon there. George, do you know what I think? Do you? I think maybe the moon's getting nearer and nearer, and it's going to be a big explosion.
Rebecca, you don't know anything. If that were true, then people who stay up all night looking through telescopes would see it, and it'll be all in the newspapers and everything.
George, is the moon shining on South America and Canada and half the whole world?
Well, probably is.
"9:30. Most of the lights are out. Nope. There's Constable Warren, checking a few doors on Main Street. And Editor Webb, coming home after putting his paper to bed.
Evening, Bill.
Evening, Mr. Webb.
Wide moon?
Yeah.
All quiet tonight?
Simon Stimson's rolling around a little. Saw his wife moving out to help him. So I looked the other way. There he is now.
Good evening, Simon. Seems like the town settled down for the night pretty well. Good evening. Yes, seems like the town settled down for the night. Maybe we should do the same. Can I walk along the ways with you? Good night.
I don't know how that one's gonna end, Mr. Webb.
He's seen a pack of trouble in his life. Oh, Bill, if you see my boy smoking cigarettes, will you give him a word? He thinks a lot of you, Bill.
I don't think he smokes no cigarettes, Mr. Webb. Leastways, not more than 2 or 3 a year.
I hope not. Well, good night, Bill.
Good night, Mr. Webb.
Who's that up there? Is that you, Myrtle?
No, Papa, it's me.
Well, why aren't you in bed?
I don't know. I
just can't sleep yet. The moonlight's so wonderful. And the smell of Mrs. Gibbs' heliotrope. Can you smell it?
Yes. Haven't any troubles on your mind, have you, Emily?
Troubles, Papa? No.
Well, enjoy yourself, but don't let your mother catch you. Good night, Emily.
Good night, Papa.
I never told you about that letter Jane Corford got from her minister when she was sick. He wrote Jane a letter, and on it it said, Jane Corford, the Corford Farm, Grover's Corners, Sutton County, New Hampshire, United States of America.
Oh, what's so funny about that?
But listen, it's not finished. United States of America, continent of North America, Western Hemisphere, the Earth, the solar system, the universe, the mind of God. And that's what it said on the envelope.
Well, what do you know?
And the postman brought it just the same.
Well, what do you know?
That's the end of the first act, folks. You can go and smoke. Those that smoke.